Let's, you talk about trade targets, and we talk a lot about Millsap and obviously Cousins. Who jumps, Stu, off this board to you as an interesting guy out there in the market?
Well, if you're looking at this board, to me, Brook Lopez is somebody who's interesting. This year, he's playing a little bit different style of play. He's shown everybody that he has a perimeter game. We know that he has a decent low post game, and certainly he's a great mid-range shooter and a very versatile big man with some size. And when he does, on those nights, decide to defend and rebound, he's a very effective player, and he's still young enough that he can be a part of any franchise's future. To me, that'd be something to be very attractive.
I think all of those guys, not trying to be facetious, but all six of those guys can fit. When you look at Cleveland, a Tyson Chandler, Brook Lopez.
Absolutely.
You know, he helps them tremendously. Even a Kenneth Faried when you look at Cleveland, because you got to deal with that 6'6" workhorse Draymond Green. And Kenneth Faried would be the perfect equalizer.
Just sick on him.
Oh, my God, absolutely. Can you imagine those two guys going at it for 7 straight games, Faried and Draymond Green? It would be a joy to watch, and it would be a battle. So all those guys make teams better. But when you look there, a Tyson Chandler for a defense team, for a Golden State, or a Cleveland, come in. He's rim protector, great pick and roll defender. And that's the thing you're going to need if you're going to guard Golden State. They're going to put you in multiple pick and rolls, and you have to have an experienced big that can jump out and switch and keep those guys in front and contest their shots.
One last quick thing. It's very rare in sports. You see teams from an architect standpoint just get ready for a team in the other conference. But how much do you think Cleveland's do and Golden State, when they get to the trade deadline, are thinking already about, I've got to match up against Cleveland or I've got to match up against Golden State?
I don't think there's any question about that. When Sam talks about an arms race, that arms race is between Cleveland and Golden State. Both these clubs in their mindset know where they are supposed to be and think that they're headed that way. So they're preparing for that 7-game series ultimately that will determine whether or not they win a championship. And that involves they have to get the right personnel from a defensive standpoint to match up with each other. Right? They have to get the right personnel to match up with each other from a rebounding standpoint. And we just saw Cleveland go out and get Corver to make sure that offensively they are more potent than they were even last year so that they can match the Golden State Warriors.
We get a chance to match you up with a great fan night coming up as we look ahead Tuesday. Double dip on NBATV. Isaiah and the Celtics north of the border to travel to face Toronto, and then it's the Heat out in Golden State to try and hang in there with the Dubs at home.